are premised on labor rights and human rights. So, hindi na natin maalis yun, whether it is under a Biden administration or Donald Trump. Kung papasok yung exports natin doon, it cannot be built on violation of labor rights in the Philippines. It cannot be continued oppression. Although killings have diminished, you don't have the kind of draconian situation na nakikita natin in previous administrations, dagdagan ko yun, administrations, hindi pa rin walang pagbabago sa mga policy. So, talamak pa rin ang contractualization, yung ENDO, yung poverty level wages, talamak pa rin. Alam niyo naman, pinag-usapan natin yung Cebu Pacific, kabibili lang nila ng 1.4 trillion worth ng mga eroplano. Ganyan ang trato. In fact, in a meeting I had with one of the high officers of the Gokongwei Group, sinasabi niya, wag na muna i-organize yung mga piloto namin, yung mga piloto, you have to give them their just due. Tapos nasahod yan. Pero kaya nga, ang sakay nila, mga souls ang sakay nila dyan. So you give them their just due. Yung gusto the modern economy is going towards race to the top. Hindi yung pababaan ng sahod, pababaan ng labor standards, at pababaan ng human rights. Yung race to the top na yun, so that all will have a decent society. Now, for the Americans, I guess it's a mixture of idealism and greed. Idealism because those are the values that this administration claims it adheres by. But it's also protectionist, so that American jobs don't go to countries in the third world or developing world because wages are lower there. If you have the BPOs, we don't want them to be BPOs where workers are assaulted, they're oppressed, or in the case of a killing in Bacolod, of a labor organizer for BN. Dapat hindi ganun. We have had dialogues with the current Secretary of Labor. But what is interesting is, sabi nga nung mga kausap namin, cabinet members ng US, pagkausap nila yung DOLE Secretary, walang notes. Sila daw, dumadating sa meeting, ang daming talking points at notes. Yung mga kaharap na government officials natin, walang talking points. In other words, hindi siniseryoso. So the Americans get that sense. And what sense do we have when the Marcos government doesn't even want to meet with labor? President Duterte met with us within the first 3 months. President Aquino, President GMA, whatever their track record, at least there was an attempt at dialogue. So now they will say, we have the headwinds, but no investor will come to the Philippines if your power rates are the highest in ASEAN. They will come here if they can export to the US and they can export to Europe. Yung kanilang mga... So, ang pinag-uusapan natin dito, free trade agreements, EU GSP at US GSP, yung General System of Preferences. Yung sa EU, that's about 3,500 product lines. Goma, tires, rubber shoes, garments, leatherware, electronics. Sa US naman, that's about 6,000 product lines. That represents hundreds of thousands of decent jobs that potentially can be here. That's why Europe and the Philippines, a second hard look. Puro PR lang Kailangan on the ground, nakikita, reform. So, these countries in Europe and the United States have said, do we give the Philippines not just a second hard look, papasok ba natin talaga yung pera natin dyan? So that we can, have sustainable business profits but not at the cost of human rights. O kaya yung kwento, for example, ng Deluxe Union, I think was shared kanina, no? Yun yung gumawa ng gloves ng Coach, ginagamit ni O.J. Simpson. If it doesn't fit, di ba? Yung leather gloves niya na yun. Anyway, so American firms, also, the consumer movements in the EU at sa US, sinasabi, ayaw namin yung inaapi at hindi na maka-organize yung mga union na gumagawa ng mga produkto na binibili namin. So that's the kind of dynamic na nangyayari. May self-interest ang US, pero may idealism. Sa atin naman, pangangailangan talaga investments para magkaroon ng decent work. Yung sinasabi mo, sanctions. Ayaw natin umabot doon. Kasi pwedeng umabot doon. Ang tawag doon sa ILO, Commission on Inquiry. Kaya sinasabi natin, ano bang ibig sabihin nun? Parang malalagay ka sa status ng Myanmar. Paria country ka. Nobody wants to touch you. Walang papasok sa iyo. So the competition now is for those free trade agreements na siguro ang kakumpetensya natin sa ASEAN will be, of course, Vietnam. Kaya Vietnam nga even with a communist government, a one-party state, grabe yung tusok, yung pasok nila sa human rights and labor rights. Because that's the way to access EU GSP and US GSP. Ang US GSP at EU GSP naka-premise sa 27 international conventions. At dalawa doon, critical sa labor, freedom of association. At yung pangalawa, yung collective bargaining. Yun lang ang basic picture na tinitingnan natin. So, it's a mixture of greed and idealism. Ang problema sa Philippines, sometimes it's a mixture of greed and that is the real big picture. Diba? And the small stories really need to get out there kasi wala with 7% labor density, how do you get that across? Nagtatanong sa akin, ba't walang resonance yung wage campaign? Dahil kung hindi siya papasok, wala siyang trabaho, wala siyang kita, wala siyang iuwi.
No pay.
No work, no pay. So that is the situation. Now, if they want to, yung sinasabi ni Carlo kanina, they have to walk the talk.